with composer Junkie XL, aka Tom Holkenborg. How you doing tonight, Tom?
Very good. Good spirits.
So you just came off a huge year. You had Divergent, you had 300. 300 was a very intense score, and also the movie had a lot of, I guess, very vivid visuals. How did the visuals of that kind of world, kind of a very overdone visuals, help you with your score and the sound you wanted to achieve?
Well, you know, on 300, it's not your bread and butter action score. It's a comic book that comes alive. So there's not necessarily any need to deliver a full traditional score that would maybe be required if it was a true traditional piece. So I could take like a lot of liberties, and I would pretty much do what Zach did. And it is like you take things that happen in the, that exist in the real world, but you transform them into something grotesque.
Right.
And I was able to do that in audio too. Like I could use like certain instruments, certain drum instruments, orchestral elements, but then make them more grotesque through electronic manipulation, which basically what's happening on screen too.
Right. And didn't you like smash a piano for that? Did you like really experiment with that?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Now, this is a good story. We got a $50 piano that we picked up in the valley.
Only $50.
And the guy threw in a chess set that he wanted to get rid of too. So we got that one too. And then I took it apart, built a whole new enclosure around it. So the acoustic quality was now completely gone.
Right.
And with guitar and bass pickups, we now record the piano back in again. So it becomes this massive bass guitar, a massive guitar through guitar amps and bass amps and guitar pedals, and it's a very creative instrument. But it's slightly dangerous, and if those strings break, it can take your head clean off. So I have to wear a protection helmet that I got from a website that sold riot protection gear. So
you also work with Hans a lot, Hans Zimmer, and I know collaboration is such a big deal with him, and you got a great interview with him. I watched the interview with you and him. Amazing. So what is the importance of collaboration to you in the the music process?
I think Hans and I have a couple of things that we have in common. Not so much on a personal level. We're kind of the opposites. But when it comes to the creative process, I come from an artist background, and I look for a unique approach for every movie. And that's exactly what Hans loves to do too. And that's where we really find each other. We love to talk for hours on end. It's like, how can we make cool sounds? How we can make a creative concept for a movie with a completely different sound approach, and constantly pushing yourselves to new levels. And recently we did that on the SpiderMan score. It was very, very successful. With basically it was Hans and a band of 6.
Right. Yeah.
And it was fantastic to have all those creative minds in one room discussing what you can do with music.
And I don't think you would have gotten any kind of sound like that without that kind of collaboration. That sound of SpiderMan was so unique, so special. Are there any particular parts that you worked on specifically?
Well, I was especially involved in the general songwriting, because we did that with the band.
Right.
And then it's the character Electro.
Right. Great, sweet. But Tom, thank you so much for your time and stopping by, and enjoy the rest of the night.
Okay, man.